exactly. But again, I want to thank y'all so much for hanging through all that of waiting on the match. Unfortunately, the bracket just progressed in a way that we weren't able to have a match currently for you. But yeah, we'll finally have one now. After all this waiting, we will have some Luigi versus Falco action, a match we really don't get to see too often. I mean, anything involving Luigi. It looks like we're going to end up here starting up on FD. Let's see how this plays out. NOOT versus Kurv. Loser gets 4th. Winner moves on to play Deft, and losers finals.
So this is one of those characters and matchups where, like, theoretically, Luigi should destroy Falco, and I mean, other way around. Falco should destroy Luigi, and I think what we just saw, like, kind of proves that. However, like, it is one of those matchups where, like, you get really frustrated with shit like this, and, you know, it really can go the other way. So, you know, interesting to see how, what Kurv does to kind of keep it even and, like, how strong his punish game is. It's kind of surprising they started on FD, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Because we saw in Kurv's previous set his combo game against, I want to say that was IBW. This is where he won his game against IBW, because his combo game on Spaces is really incredible on the stage. But I think with Falco's added layer of those lasers here, it's just going to probably just feel really bad, as it's been for NOOT, where NOOT's able to just stand there, shoot lasers, and it makes it real difficult for Kurv to use his best tools like Wave Dash into do any of his pressures. But if he's able to hit those power shields on 10 buffer, he might be able to do it.
One of the things that I think makes this matchup kind of like so difficult for Luigi is just like Falco has like a bunch of like high prior. Ooh, gosh, SD at 9%. That's really gonna shape the game. Falco just has a lot of like really safe hitboxes that interact with Luigi in a really like strong way. So for example, like if Luigi is like wave dashing towards you, you can basically just do retreating dare, and Luigi like can't really do anything. So in that sense, like, you can see all these auto cancel bears. Like, it's just, there's a lot of stuff that walls out Luigi, and like, what the hell does Luigi do? But if Luigi gets in, he can really do some damage.
It's kind of him fighting through that storm of lasers and auto cancel bears and everything. But once he's able to like break through that layer of armor, the bird is just a frail little bird getting tremendously comboed here in Kurv. Okay, the wave dash and charge up smash not quite gonna do it. Even though his shield's getting smaller and smaller, he's still able to power shield those on that. Wow, some weird melee. Ooh, and a slap.
Really slick movement there. Actually, that was really impressive. Yeah, I think one of the things that we haven't seen from NOOT as much that can be really effective is right there, laser F tilt. In particular, is really good because Luigi's recovery is pretty bad. So unlike another character where like you want to use more complicated hitboxes to like actually get a lead, in Luigi, like if Luigi's at high percent, you can kind of just safely knock him off with F tilt, and then, you know, Luigi has to find a way to get back. And if you're decent at edge guarding the character, like that shouldn't be too hard. So good fade back. Okay.
Kurv seems like a
turn off
pause. Yeah. So yeah, that SD earlier on from NOOT looking to potentially cost him in this game one. It seems so much in his momentum from the way he started. And okay, maybe he's looking to bring it back. Just kind of playing that more patient game, shooting these lasers, making Kurv approach him, but oh. Falco's always at kill percent, and Kurv takes advantage of it and wins that game one. And Kurv also coming off of a lengthy 5-game set against CrossFit Jesus. So Kurv definitely coming in a little bit hot and able to keep it pretty solid here.
Surprised they didn't turn off pause. Yeah, you know, with all that being said, like, I don't want to kind of overstate, like, Luigi absolutely can win the matchup. I just think the other aspect of the matchup that you start to notice is, like, the way to win it is to kind of play a very, I don't want to say one-dimensional style, but, like, you'll see a lot of, like, the same moves come out. So, like, again, like, a lot of lasers, a lot of auto-cancel bear, up tilts, retreating down airs, like, that kind of thing. Like, just, like, the same couple moves. Like, yeah, maybe occasionally a down tilt, but it's a very, like, set play style designed to just really abuse Luigi's weaknesses.
It's kind of hints of that, and I know the rhetoric around invalidating quote-unquote invalidating characters that are lower on the tier list has been a little different with Zane's success with Roy, and I guess Lod kind of
The test.
Yeah, testing him out there recently. The rhetoric maybe has bounced back a little bit, but it really is a lot of the things that cause these characters to be worse is characters like Falco's ability to just shoot lasers or throw out a really good disjointed move. And like you said, like if he's able to stick to this game plan and Kurv's not able to find some way to get through it, it should, on paper, be Noot's game to win.
Yeah, no, it is definitely tricky. Really good awareness to get the up air there, calling out his down B. But yeah, I definitely think like the idea that just because someone's a low tier you should automatically win is like obviously not true. And like skill matters a lot, and I would actually argue like matchup experience matters more. Like just not really being familiar with the character really makes a big difference. Really good down B to get off of that.
And it definitely, I feel like I've at my low level have fallen into that bad mindset as well, because if you're thinking of it like, oh, this character's bad, and you start losing, you kind of just lose confidence in yourself, like, why I'm playing the higher tier, I should just win, why am I losing this match?
I didn't get a tech there.
Yeah, I just wasn't quite prepared for it. Again, the 10 buffers get to him. Also, don't know why they're playing on such a buffer with. They're pretty. Oh no, not again! The overarching storyline of this event has just been there's a specter haunting this tournament. They hurt Spark's hands, they made Fat Goku not feel good, and then all the players who decided to show up today, they've been cursed by the ghost of CRT's past.
Yeah, I am surprised they're playing on 10 as well. I think they could probably get away with 9, but yeah, definitely like what you were saying. Like you don't want to just kind of be like, I should be winning just because, you know, I'm playing Falco. Like it's obviously not that simple, and everyone has experience playing against Falco. But I do think one of the frustrations of playing against a character like Luigi is just, that should be Shine, yeah, is that it feels very not dynamic, I guess. Like whenever I play against like a mid-tier character, I'm kind of just like, okay, so just gonna do the same like 4 things, and then like if they start to like catch on to that one thing, then I'll do less of that one thing and do the other 3 more, and it just doesn't. Even when I win, I feel like, well, this doesn't really feel like nuanced and interesting the way it is versus Falco. But that doesn't mean it's not interesting to watch.
Yeah, that's true. Especially, like I was saying previously, that we just don't see a lot of Luigi, so a lot of this stuff is kind of us learning as we're watching of these interactions that we just don't get to see too long. And I imagine Noot as well. Anyone playing against Luigi, there's that barrier of like, unless they have someone in region, which again, there might be like smaller local Luigis they may have practiced against, but like there's really no big name Luigis besides like Kurv and like Master, the ones actively holding down at the moment.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And like he absolutely like is in the tier list where he is because of like his punish games and stuff. Like he really can like 0 to death Falco like reasonably consistently, and like should get quite a lot off of his punishes. So, you know, like you said, like once he gets in, like he is fucking scary, but just a bit more one-dimensional than a better character.
Oh, is that actually, I apologize for looking too much at chat, but is Kurv really playing Luigi because he got seated low? Because he got seated like kind of the same that he was seated last week, and if he's gonna play from Luigi from now on, I guess we'll seat him for Luigi's sake. But yeah, I just saw that I was kind of interesting to hear that is what ended up switching here, because we've been talking about this all throughout the night, that Kurv has been pretty adamant about sticking to Fox in most matchups. We saw him play, and he's generally leaning towards, like in the Puff matchup, that he leans on playing almost exclusively Fox now, even if that in the short term is not for the betterment of him. He's better in the long term for learning Fox, is what it seems like to be his mindset here. And we saw an unfortunate SD, again, a weird game 3 as well.
Yeah, I think that is probably a bit of the high buffer effect. Just look at the lack of traction there. Like he hits his shield and teleports to the other side of the stage. I also think that like some of the stuff that you see at lower level Luigi matches isn't as like toxic, I guess, as it is on like a higher level. Like say for, oh my god. Okay. that was like the ultimate curse. Like Luigi is not toxic, guys.
Oh god. That
Okay,
looks like
okay.
something my roommate plays Falco and he doesn't know any tech skill. That looks like something straight out of a set we'd play at like 2 a.m. We're both a little buzzed and he just rips that side B that happens to be a misfire. Something beautiful about that, but something even more beautiful about this combo that Kurv's putting together here. Not able to finish that off, but damn, that was showing off that Kurv still has it even though he's been opting to play Fox more as of late.
One thing that NOOT has been very aware of though is the edge cancels. Like not only has he done some edge cancel side Bs like off of ledge, which are pretty consistent, he's also like seemed to have a pretty good understanding of like the distance off stage where he can pull it off, and it's allowed him to kind of like surprise Kurv a bit. Doesn't get his wave dash, got a shield there. Let's see what he gets off this. Oh, reads the wrong direction. Grab, see how he follows it up. Interesting decision to go for the bear. I think he was hoping that he could get a follow-up on the DIN, but it didn't look like it worked out. Clean this up. Yeah, he's been going for platform a lot. Like I said, the edge cancels. So, pretty solid game.
And even with, yeah, Kurv had an SD in that game. It's still 2 stock, dude. That's not quite a good look. And I'm trying to think of, there's really not much left for strong counter picks here against Falco. After winning on Yoshi's, he really doesn't have much too beneficial left. Maybe Stadium?
I think Falco doesn't have good. Yeah, I think Stadium is pretty decent. Honestly, like even like things like Dreamland are honestly not that bad. Again, it's all about how like solid you are at the edge guards, because like again, like Luigi's recovery is like pretty bad. Like it seems decent, but like if he lands on the stage with his side B, like you can shield it and it has like a ton of lag if it hits the shield, and then like the kind of mix-ups that he has available to him like I think are more limited than people realize. So it's like really about like just making sure that you're kind of able to punish that side of him. And like Ginger has talked a lot about that on a video he did with the bassist from Dogleg. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just sort of about how the character, like, you can kind of rinse and repeat certain things. Make his life hell, basically.
Able to get through the Luigi killer by the edge. Using Fireball to knock him off there. And combo game starts up. Will be able to finish off the edge guard. Gets there to the ledge. Oh, and right in time for the rock transformation. Let's see if we'll be able to get some high grounded.
Wow.
Wave dash.
The charge, I guess, broke out of crouch cancel there.
Still on the bad side of the rock right now. Not able to follow up with this percent. Kurv's looking to either. Oh yeah, even though he got that real nice SDI on the hits of the up air, still able to die here. We might see them waiting out. I was talking about Trey a little bit earlier, but that on net play, if we were at losers semis in an IRL tournament, we're not going to see these two fight in the pit on Pokemon Stadium, but there's less inhibitions here on net play. People are more willing to be like, whatever, we're just going to run it. We're seeing a little bit of that. Not like too crazy, like pit fight approaching in situations that really should just trying to box his way out of the corner for Kurv.
Definitely, he was playing a lot more safely. Again, just kind of trying to abuse sort of the down airs, make it hard for him to stay grounded or like to move along the ground, as in Luigi. But you know, you don't want to play too passively because you know you're just not going to get a lot of openings. So I think there's sometimes like a risk reward of like how patiently you want to be. And like whether that's just like not giving yourself enough openings, because again, like Luigi's not that bad of a character, so.
It feels, this has been such a weird, it does not feel like this set is currently sitting 2-1 in Kurv's favor, with especially how that last game went. Even though that last game was Kurv winning by 2 stocks, it really, I don't know what I'm reaching at here, but it feels that neither player really had a strong grasp on the game. It's been very back and forth, and I keep on speaking today about how we've seen a lot of cursed melee, but I just can't wrap my head around this. This is how even this match is progressing. It doesn't seem like Kurv has as strong of a control over this set as the game and stock leads would have lead me to believe.
Ooh, good up smash. Yeah, again, I do think what stands out is his edge guards have been kind of weak, like NOOT's. He really just yeah, it is kind of like Kurv is sort of recovering in the same way. He does like a little neutral B and then kind of jumps over it essentially, and he just hasn't really punished it. And I'm not saying like I have like a concrete idea of like what exactly needs to be changing, but it's just like he needs to be changing something because he's very rarely cleaning up edge guards. Chime? Yeah. Ooh, wow, I cannot believe it didn't kill.
That's probably real close. Looking to bring this one back, and yeah, we're have 4 minutes into this game. Not quite. Very far from timeout pace, even with these slower Pokemon transformation stages. But almost certainly longer than any game we've seen here before, and the slap from side to side is going to finish off that potentially second to last tournament stock here for NOOT.
And again, we saw NOOT opt to recover onto the platform, and one of the things I was complimenting him before on was about his awareness on the edge cancels on the platforms. But sometimes having a really polished game or a certain aspect of your game can actually be a weakness rather than a strength, because you end up overusing it. So like if you're really comfortable canceling on the platform and just like recovering to the platform and then often, then you maybe do it a little bit too much, and then suddenly your opponent just kind of waits for you to do it and punishes it really hard. And that's one of the kind of beautiful things about Melee, is that like nothing is truly perfect in every scenario. There's always kind of an RPS element where like if you do the same thing over and over again, you will get punished. Let's see if he recovers.
I'm just realizing now, if Kurv wins this, we get to see Kurv versus Marth, which I don't know if you know, but Kurv is a very outspoken Marth hater. So I would love to see what that looks like manifested into gameplay. But NOOT looking to potentially save death from that. That's just going to be it.
Yeah.
NOOT's not even going to try. Sick of playing against Luigi. Still another, getting one place better than last week. NOOT got 5th, and now getting 4th here. And Kurv continuing to go on a bit of a run here with this Luigi.